Today on the channel, Terrifier back again, this time with a regular version of Art the Clown NECA Ultimate.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome, partner. Kyle here, back again with another NECA Ultimate unboxing and review. And today on the channel, it's terrifying. He's back again. It's Art the Clown NECA Ultimate Terrifier. But for all your Terrifier Art the Clown needs, better hit up Walmart. That's where I found this and the bloody version recently. But for everything else horror related, everything else action figure related, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal out there. And Jay should have this in stock very soon, if not by the time you're watching this. It all depends when you're watching this, but it also depends when we're going to do this review and how we're going to do this review. We're going to do it like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And what can you say about Art the Clown? A horror icon. And if you missed the bloody unboxing, check it out on my YouTube channel. Would have rather done it the other way around, but didn't know when I was going to find this. Found the bloody one first, so that was the one we went to first. But this one is the traditional version, and if I had to pick between the two, I love a good bloody figure, but I feel like I need a regular version of Art the Clown, and that's what we got right here. We've had a lot of Art the Clown on the channels the last couple of weeks. We've done of the Toonie Terror edition. We did the bloody version of this one. We also did the Ben Cooper kid version, so a lot of Art the Clown as of late. But let's dive into this one here. And how cool is that? Man, that is a scary, scary face right there. Old David Howard Thornton, a good friend of the channel. Sat by him at the Chiller Convention in Chicago once time. A nice guy. Man, it's like, it doesn't even look like him. It's weird. It always throws me for a loop. But you got a Terrifier right there. Ultimate Art the Clown. Very cool on the side here. Almost reminds me of that classic version of It, the Tim Curry It back in the day. Kind of gives me that same vibe in there. But he's got the saw. And as we do know, the saw is the law. That is a very familiar one we know. Looking very good right there with Art the Clown. On the side, same thing, this time in black. And on the back, look at that. I love the gunshot. It's just something crazy about a clown with a gun. Looking very cool. Terrifier once again. And then you get the inside package. Look at that. We got them all locked up there. Looking very good. It does say includes multiple interchangeable expressions, alternate hands, arsenal of weapons, and accessories. So everything you could ever want and more going on. And I better cut this open as we're going to get Art out of the package here as we celebrate the Halloween season. We celebrate the spooky season. See you later, Art the Clown. And there he is, the old plastic Art the Clown prison, looking very good. The black and white attack, but I'm going to take this offline. Get Art the Clown out of the package, and we'll be back talking all things Terrifier. All right, we got Art the Clown out of the package. Let's dive in. Let's start off with the extra hands. We get some splayed out hands going on. He's got the little, okay, made you look. Oh, made you look. He's got that going on. Got the gloved hands with the fingertips exposed. We got two gripping hands. Once again, probably going to use those. We get so many accessories. You're going to want to display those. We get two gripping hands here. And then we get trigger hands. Perfect for the gun. I'm leaning to display this one with a gun. I think that is extremely creepy. Something, like I said earlier, about a clown shooting a gun. I don't know. I think that's the way I'm going to go. As I went more the primitive weapons on the bloody edition. I'm going to go straight up gun gangster style with this one, I think. Now, we do get this trash bag. We saw this before. You can put all the weapons in there if you really wanted to. But, of course, Art's classic, iconic trash bag ready to go. And then we get down to some of these weapons. Now, we get the drill. We saw all this stuff before, but bloody. This time, it's the clean versions. You get the electric drill. Would have been smarter to have a cordless drill because it's a lot of work to find an outlet in some of these dingy places Art hangs out at. But you do get the drill looking very good. You got a hatchet here. Looks like something Tatanka had once upon a time. Looking good with the hatchet. You get this crazy weapon with the rope, with the scissors, the scalpels on the end. Man, not good to get whipped with this one. Very evil weapon is what that is. We get straight up butcher knives of many sizes and differences. So we get some of that. If you need to kill a chicken, you could use these as well, or kill a human being. We continue on with a little bit of a paring knife maybe and a scalpel. Looking absolutely wild. The scalpel, very scary because it's so small. You lose this to the carpet, it's gone forever. So be careful with that. Looking very good though. I do like that. We get a hammer. You got a little hammer. You got another little tomahawk action going on. This one is bloody, just like the last one. We do get the hammer in case you need to nail some wood or nail some heads, whatever you need to do there. You get a big bladed, almost like a machete here, but I think it is another cooking utensil. We get that. Plenty of options if you're Art the Clown. I believe this is like a turkey baster. That's what it looks like to me, or it almost looks like a horn. And shocking, we didn't get his horn. Maybe it wasn't in Terrifier 1. It was in Terrifier 2. Can't remember, but we do get this here. And then we do get the saw. And as we know, the saw is the law once upon a time. Non-bloody edition here. Now, the last one I did display with the saw, so I won't be displaying this one with the saw this time. And last but certainly not least is that handgun. Absolutely wild once again. So I pretty much every weapon you could ever want for Art the Clown is right here. Kudos to the NECA team to giving us an overkill amount of weapons, a lot to choose from. Now we do get the baby non-bloody edition for the baby this time. Not going to be using this with my display, but you get the baby doll. One of those great accessories. You want to put that with Donatello. You want to put that with Duke. And fact check it, Todd McFarlane. Get this on the list. Pretty sure Duke sleeps with this. I'm pretty sure he does to this day and age. Not sure. Shout out to Duke from the G.I. Joe team. Always doing wrong, as we do know. But now we're diving into Art the Clown. We're diving into his faces. Get a crazy expression right out of the package. You know, he's got that Adebisi from Oz hat style. We went into that in the last video. And he's got the mask, the skull cap over the top. And then you got that painted face just looking absolutely wild. The teeth definitely make it extra creepy with those gnarly teeth, but also that little black dot on his nose. Something about that just gives you some nightmare fuel. I don't know. It's something with the color pattern between the black and the white. I'm not sure, but looking like a demented clown, no doubt about it with that face. Second head here, you get the full-on screaming and yelling head. You know I'm here for that. I think this is the one I used with the bloody edition, so I won't be using that this time. But man, it does look good. That is my favorite of the heads, I believe. We get the sad face here. Might be worth using on this one. Very evil expressions in all of these guys here. But that frown face looking extra evil. And then last but certainly not least, we get another face here where a bit of a psycho killer face. And you get the mouth open showing those teeth. Just absolutely wild. Now, these are face plates, much like Todd McFarlane gives us a time or two. Obviously, I would prefer extra heads, but if I can't get that, face plates is the best way to go about it. Hardcore Art the Clown fans, you need 4 different versions of this figure so you can display all different faces, and then there's enough weapons to keep you busy. So there is a lot of meat on the bone if you need to army build your Art the Clown. But wild amount of accessories, wild amount of face plates, but we are here for it on the channel. Now, he does got the clown outfit here, a long and lean clown, which is also a little bit creepy here. Black and white, not red all over this time, but black and white edition looking good. Got the splayed out hands. We'll definitely not be using those here, but it is an option if that is for you. Big black clown shoes down below, looking very good. And as I said, black and white outfit. You got the little bowls right there, looking nice. Arms going to go all the way around for us. You got the single jointed elbows, very tight. You got to be careful with these guys. Side to side, back and forth, but very tight in the elbows. Hands removable, back and forth, side to side. Hands fall right off on you. You got to blow all that extra paint out of there. But the hands could use a little bit longer peg. I dived into the bloody one when I was dealing with that one. A little bit short there, especially with those long sleeves. No, it's not quite a wizard sleeve. It's a clown sleeve, Todd McFarlane. But these hands are very easy to fall out there when you move them around because the pegs just aren't as long as they probably should be. Articulation on the head, back, forth, side to side. You got that little fringe over there on the top looking very good. Legs go way up for that big boot. You need that Art the Clown boot like the Hulkster. You can do that if you need to. You got to be a little careful there as it's a little squishy diaper-like in the midsection. Waist articulation is in there. I do worry about that plastic tearing or ripping over the years if you're not careful, but you do got some movement in there. You do get a single jointed knee, extremely tight once again. Ooh, very tight. And I'm even scared about this one because good friend of the channel, Dougie Nunnia, lives around me. He got one of these and he broke off the leg at the knee. So I'm going to heat this up for sure. I don't want to have his fate. I like to have him as the guinea pig. So kudos to him breaking a figure before I do. But I learned my lesson. So I'm going to be careful on these knees. Going to heat these up. Ankles, back, forth, side to side, up and down on those big old clown shoes. But man, it is Art the Clown. It is David Howard Thornton in his career-defining role, and he gets extra jobs out of that, really putting himself on the map. Have to imagine more Terrifier movies. They've already announced Terrifier 4 coming, I believe, in 2026. And I know they keep saying, oh, it's over, it's over. Yeah, they said that about Friday the 13th. They said that about Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, they said that about Michael Myers and Halloween. Nothing ends if there's money, and everything in this world, remember, follow the money. If there's money to be made, people will usually do it. And I don't know if he's going to fit on a ringside collectible stand. Very tight Art the Clown here. Very tight in the whole department for whatever reason. Oh, there we go. Got him on there. Got him on there, though, is Art the Clown. NECA Ultimate. Perfect for the Halloween season. As I said, hitting Walmarts right now. Jay's in the future. But I do got the bloody version here looking extra demented, extra creepy with some of the demented weapons. Love the yin and yang nature here. I'm glad they made both versions because I feel like you need a bloody version of Art, but you also need the regular version before he gets his hands dirty. And that's what we got, a double dose of Art the Clown. Perfect for the Halloween season once again. So there it is, Terrifier, NECA, Ultimate, Art the Clown. What's your guys' thought? You picking this one up? You need this in your collection? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. You know there's a lot of content to keep you busy. Check out the Patreon if you have not already, and YouTube channel memberships. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is conveniently enough the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show. Available each and every single Tuesday wherever podcasts are found with video cast on YouTube. So for Art the Clown, I'm Kyle the Clown, and I'll see you guys all real soon.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?